I noticed in late 1990 that Saddam Hussein was very quietly moving senior military officers out of their positions, and he was making them ambassadors in weird places like Philippines or Burma, Myanmar, just getting them out. And he was replacing them with people from his Tigriti clan. Saddam was from Al-Auja, this village in Tikrit. And so he was mostly taking people from Auja and putting them in these senior positions. They were inexperienced, but he knew he could trust them because they were relatively close relatives. So I noticed this, and I said it to my boss. And I said, these are barely being announced in the Iraqi press, and nobody's even commenting about them. He said, well, what does it mean? I said, he's worried about an uprising. And so he's replacing people with his closest relatives, but they don't have any military experience. So it's good for him, but it's better for us. So he said, you have to tell the president that. So I wrote the whole thing for the president. They gave me the first page in the book that next day. And then in the margin, the president wrote, thanks, I appreciate it, and sent it back to me.
Who was president?
That was George H.W. Bush.
George W.
I'll tell you a funny story about that morning, if I could.
Yeah.
The morning, actually, no. You know what? I'll save it for tomorrow.
All right, great.
Yeah. It's more appropriate for tomorrow.
منيرة, please note
Sorry.
that down, just so we don't forget that story. It's قاعد يسجل هذا صح? You just want to make sure. The OCD in me. You transferred from being an analyst to an operations guy, and for you to do the transfer, so we spoke about what an analyst does.
Right.
What does operation do?
Right. In operations, it's very simple. It's to recruit spies to steal those secrets. And then you implement operations. There was a CIA psychiatrist that I worked with a couple of times on a couple of very sensitive operations, because sometimes you're recruiting somebody who might be crazy or almost crazy, and you need to make sure that you can get the information from them before they go crazy. So she paid me a great compliment one time. She told my promotion panel, John Kiriakou will think of 30 different ideas for an operation. 28 of them are crazy, but 2 of them are really good. And everybody laughed. That was actually a very big compliment, because you have to come up with these ideas that nobody's ever thought of. I'm not going to recruit Saddam Hussein to tell me what his plans are, so I need to recruit somebody who has access to Saddam. How do I get to somebody with access to Saddam when he's completely surrounded by his own people who never leave the country? Well, you come up with an idea where you start with the Kurds, or maybe there's some Shia guy from Basra, or some Jordanian general, and you work your way into that circle. That's what operations is all about.